guys, as you can see, either in those places, there will be our first review, okay? The first review has to do with the movie Elf. Oh my goodness. This movie is amazing. Literally amazing. I'm not going to go into too details in this one because I don't really want to spoil it, but I'll talk about the beginning and a little bit of the middle and some of the end because I have to. I'm gonna be really spoiling like with the other reviews. So it starts out with Santa Claus going to a foster home, and you know what? There was this baby who stuck into his bag, and that's who started the movie. Then when they noticed it was in the bag, and then this elf named Papa Elf decided to basically raise and / adopt him. Anyway, during that, he had to go to elf school. And there's this show on Netflix that tells you everything behind the scenes, which I like that. It's called Movies That Made Us. You should go watch that. I can't put a link, but I would if I knew. I know how to make some links, but not that kind of link. Anyway, so, in the beginning, then they tell him everything because he was doing terrible at toy making. And that he had a father still alive, and his mother passed away, after he was put in a foster home. Anyway, he goes to try to find his dad, which he does. Now the funny moment is when he goes, and if you watch Movies That Made Us, that was just a random guy. Actually, that was just a random guy, and he said that I was Santa. This movie's funny, and then he got ran over by a taxi, and after he met his dad, he thought he was just not his son, actually, to be honest. He went to a mall, and he explored, and he bought his dad, I don't know what it's called. I know it has like a bra to it. So, anyway, it's basically a bra thing. I really don't know what it's called. But, let's tell you the rest of the story. Anyway, he goes back to see now he can't go in there, but he bought him that thing, so with the cord with his mother and the dad in it when they were young. Black and white picture. Anyway, he goes back to the mall, and he makes it up because they said Santa's coming. And he makes it, and then there's a black man. There's the worker. I don't like saying that. That's kind of rude, but I'm just saying that he was a little. Anyway, he thought it was like just some supervisors just coming in. Well, he didn't know it was the elf. The lady said she was kind of mad about it. Yes, there's a lady, and I ain't gonna go that until we get to the middle, to the end of the review. Anyway, he knows that the Santa ain't real. Of course, any mall Santa ain't real. Just saying that for a fact. That ain't real. They ain't real. Any of them you see at a mall is not real. He didn't know that, and then he knows. He says, "You stink." And he says, and then there's this little boy. He says, "Don't tell him what he wants for fraud." And then he tells him. But he's probably dumb. He was only 4 though. But still, that was kind of. You should have listened to the elf. Anyway, then he ripped off the beard. And then they had a fight, and then he got fired, of course. I think you would get fired at a real job if you fought one. And then the black man becomes the Santa. Later in the movie, you notice that. So, after that, that's when he made the present. I believe. I really don't remember every scene, how it began. After that, yeah. I'm really confused. It's been a while. But I know when I'm knowing. Anyway, I'm going to skip. Next, we're going to start with him eating spaghetti with syrup. Okay, they took a DNA test of Dad and him, and that was his son. So we knew it was his son. Then he decided to stay with him. He already had another son. I forgot his name. It was barely in the movie. Michael. I'm also like Michael Goosebump fan, but his name was Michael. And then he had a wife, and she was in Step Brothers too. Step Brothers also. So I was kind of shocked about that. I didn't know he was in it. This was like, I watched it in theaters a while back, actually, not a couple weeks ago. Anyway, he ate spaghetti with syrup. I don't think that tastes, he said it tasted good. I don't think that would taste good. Anyway, in the morning, he made it again for them, and they said he liked it. I don't actually believe they liked it. I just think they just said that to make them happy. Tell the truth. And later on, now that's really the only scene. It starts with the good scene. Okay, we're going to go to the Michael scenes. Michael. So, he went to school. He saw Elf. His name's Buddy. The elf, his name's Buddy. I haven't said that, I don't think, but his name's Buddy. Anyway, he saw Buddy across a townhouse. Now, he wasn't in the house. He was on the porch, though. So, and then his friend says, "Do you know him?" He said no, but he really did know him. And then he came up and said, Michael! It was funny if you watched it. Anyway, then they had a snowball fight. Then they picked up a tree, and then, now let's go to the house part. But they did go to the mall and did see the Black Santa. So, anyway, and then saw the girl, and they asked, "You want to go eat?" Already had my lunch break today. He said tomorrow. Anyway, to tell the truth, we're gonna go to the tree part with the tree falling. The tree fell. Literally fell. The tree fell. Anyway, I'm going to go just to the end. I don't want it to be too long. I want it to at least be to 10 minutes. So I'm going to go to the end. He left because the dad yelled at him because this midget guy was saying how to publish a book, and he called him Elf. And then at the end he said South Pole Elf. And then he said, "I don't want you in my life anymore," the dad said. So he left. He wrote a letter on the, you know those things that you have to like circle and they'll like write? He wrote that, and I didn't know that this movie was so old because they said VCR. If you don't know what VCR is, it's actually like a thing you play VHS tapes on. I have one. I'm going to buy Elf on VHS. So I want it, and I hope I get it for Christmas. Anyway, he runs and he sees Santa in the middle of the like woods in the park. Because this takes place in New York. Except the North Pole part, that place takes place in the North Pole. But mostly the movie takes place in New York. Anyway, in New York, there's no more Christmas spirit. Michael, then the news saw, and then Michael got to Santa and the dad. Yes, I ain't gonna talk about how that happened, but they went to Santa. Michael grabbed the book. Then he went to the news, and then they showed who got for Christmas, and because Santa gave him the skateboard, he was happy. And even said the news, she said, I had to put this in 2 videos. Now, she said, how did you know? He said Powerpuff Girls was someone. I don't remember the rest anyway. Okay. Now, back to Santa and Buddy. Anyway, the dad had to dress up as Santa so they can get the park rangers while they try to go fix the sleigh. And at the end, I'm just going to skip to the end. They get it working. They had Christmas caroling, and then that girlfriend of his, yes, I didn't talk about, but that lady was his girl, was his date. And then they went to the North Pole. They show Papa Elf. They had a baby, and that's the end of the story. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't, and like the video. You can dislike if you don't like it. I understand, because it may have some spoilers, and I know a bunch of people don't like that, but I'd rather you like than dislike. But you dislike, I don't care. These videos are just for fun, and I hope have a good day. God bless you, and goodbye.